Welcome back to our $1,000 challenge. This is our week 8 update. Remember to subscribe if you're enjoying the series. I'm Erik, a land investor.
And I'm Elijah, a stock trader.
Let's get into it.
Remember to subscribe.
Elijah, how's your week 8?
Yeah, so I just missed out on a big trade. I bought 3 puts on AMD expiring this Friday, maybe on Wednesday, I think. Maybe Thursday, actually.
Yeah, I think it was Thursday.
And I bought 3 of them for $50 each, and it was at the beginning of the school day. So I just set a limit order to sell them if they ever hit $80. That's $90 profit. So I thought that would be good if they hit that in one day to just walk away with the profit. And at lunch, I looked at my phone and they had sold, but I wanted to see what they were at then, just to see what I missed out on. And they were each at $200, so I could have been over like $1,500 if I had just held them for a few more hours.
Or it could have gone the other way and you could have totally lost out, right?
I should have just been homesick for the day. Then I could have paid attention to it and maybe made some more money.
But I tell you this all the time. I mean, if you're taking a profit, there's nothing wrong with that. We can always look at what could have been, right? But if you made money, I mean, that's a good thing. Yeah, you could have made more. I get it. But to walk away with a profit, that's a good thing.
Because sometimes, like, especially at the beginning of a challenge like this, you need to get a big starter to, like, get you going and get your balance up to increase your trading power.
Yeah, I get it. But when we hold off, right, like, we can completely lose out because that stock market is up and down all the time, right?
But anyways, this week I'm at about $1,100 because the stock market went up a lot. So the SQQQ went down about close to 10% this week. So I lost maybe $50.
Okay. So you're kind of hovering in that $1,100 to $1,200 range, huh?
Yeah. So next week, what I'm gonna try to do is be a little more risky and trade AMD again because that seemed to work well.
Okay.
Move away from craft a little bit. Maybe still have some craft trades, but I'm gonna get some AMD and just try and hold it for as long as possible to try to make as big a profit as possible. And yeah, so they're coming out with their earnings on Monday, so I'm kind of just waiting to see how that goes, and maybe I'll start trading on Tuesday.
Okay. And typically, when you see the earnings come out, does the stock or the option become more volatile at that time?
Definitely.
So you'll see lots of ups and downs.
Right before, like, if people think the earnings are going to be really good, they'll invest and the stock will go up even before the earnings, or the opposite could happen and that could go down.
And what about after they release the earnings? Is it still pretty volatile, or?
Yeah, just for like probably the day after, but that's about it. Then it settles down.
Okay.
I'll just stay healthy. So, how was your week 8?
Week 8 is a milestone week on the land investor side of things. So we officially have doubled the $1,000 starting amount, and now are sitting at $2,030 in the account. So we did finally make that purchase for, I know I mentioned it a bunch of times, there was a property we were waiting for the deed to come back in the mail. It finally did show up. We recorded it and sold it almost immediately, and that pushed us over that 2,000 mark. So it's going to be temporary though, because next week comes November 1st, and with that comes paying for mail. And I think my mail bill is going to be somewhere between the $500 and $600 range. So that's going to knock me down to about $1,500, give or take. However, on the positive side, we're starting to see a lot of properties showing up in the due diligence queue. Right now, I just counted before we started filming today. We've got 14 properties sitting in the queue. 8 of those properties are coming from one seller. So one of the great things about the way that we purchase property, we mail offers And we only mail one offer, even if someone owns multiple properties. So when they say they want to sell and they say, hey, I've got more properties, that's like the perfect scenario for us. We can acquire multiple properties at once. In this case, it's going to be 8. As long as due diligence pans out, there's a chance like there could be title issues, there could be tax issues, something that might cause us not to purchase that. But if we can, that's really going to help my side of the challenge see some big growth. But we'll see if we can do that. And if the 8 don't work out, like I said, we do have a few others in the queue that may be promising as well. So things are starting to pick up a little bit. I like where things are headed, but we'll look for an update next week and see where we're at.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks for watching. That was our week 8 update. Remember to support the channel by liking and subscribing. Comment Team Erik
Or Team Craft.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Okay.